Hello, welcome to the Everything is Black and White podcast on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe. Hope you guys are doing well. You're probably celebrating because Newcastle United are into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup for the first time since 2007. They've beaten Blackburn. They had to do it on penalties. They beat them 4-3. It was 1-1 after extra time. Let's make no mistake about it, Newcastle United were very, very poor, and they've got Wolves coming up on Saturday in the Premier League, and if they're going to beat Wolves, who are doing quite well at the moment, they're a place above Newcastle in the league table, they're going to have to be much better. Everything that was bad about the performance against Arsenal, kind of the lack of organisation, the being second to every ball, the lack of fight, it was all on show tonight, really. Newcastle was second best for large parts of the game, and Blackburn, struggling in the Championship under a new manager, actually did really, really well. I can count themselves unlucky not to go through. Both sides in the end had chances to win it, but from a Newcastle point of view, you are thanking Martin Dubravka because he made some fantastic saves in the 90 minutes of football, then in extra time, and then saves 2 penalties to make sure Newcastle United go through to the next round. And that's what we have to focus on. They're the positives, really, is the performance from Martin Dubravka in Newcastle. Since he's come in and replaced Nick Pope, who of course is out with injury, they've conceded the most goals in the Premier League in that time. And Newcastle are shipping goals like there's no tomorrow. Tonight, he proved his worth, and hopefully that might be the beginning of Newcastle not conceding goals like there's no tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping on. And hopefully, just the progression in the next round, it can kickstart their season. Hopefully it can just spark something that's been missing of late, and that begins on Saturday against Wolves, because the chances Newcastle United had, there was some decent enough play, but it was just, especially in the first half, they were second to everything, and it wasn't pretty. But I guess when the alternative to going through is going out, there's no point to be collected, then it doesn't really matter how you win in this instance. It doesn't matter that it's come through a penalty shootout. It doesn't matter that you've probably not deserved it. I think a lot of people will say Newcastle probably didn't deserve it. None of that matters tonight. None of that matters. What matters is that Newcastle United are through and into the next round of the FA Cup. They're going to have to be a lot better if their season is going to pick up. They're going to have to be a lot better, you would think, if they're going to get to the final and hopefully win it. But tonight, we're just celebrating the fact that they are through to the next round of the FA Cup. The draw will take place on Wednesday night before whatever game is the kick-off on telly. I think it's a 7 o'clock draw, so watch out for that one. You'd love probably Coventry, I think, at home. I would take that one. Coventry at home, you'd take that. Let me know who you guys are picking. Some other positives from the night. Well, Elliot Anderson introduced, first time since October after that back injury, and he scored his penalty. Comes off the bench for Lewis Miley, who came off the bench as well, and obviously there's a bit of a tactical sub, i.e. they probably felt Anderson was better placed to put the ball in the back of the net from the penalty spot. So that's a massive plus. They took Isak off pretty early on in the second half, so he should have a bit of energy and a bit of legs, hopefully, for the game against Wolves. Trippier also didn't play extra time, so you would think he'll be saving up a bit of energy for the game against Wolves on Saturday as well. Miggy came off the bench and actually changed the game. He assists the goal for Anthony Gordon, showed some real cool, calm collectiveness, control of the ball when he pulls it back and Gordon pops it in the back of the net. He's coming for a bit of stick of late, but that was brilliant from McGee, and he really had the running about him. And Blackburn, I don't think we're expecting it. That was probably the difference. And then Gordon pops it into the back of the net. And Anthony Gordon is another one who's probably the other one that comes out with a bit of credit. He could have had another goal to his name, just needs to probably lift it over the keeper. He's one-on-one, puts it into the keeper, who makes a good save. And we saw that in the last game against Bournemouth, when he probably should have lifted it over the keeper, and he hits it against the keeper. So he just needs that little bit of, I don't know, something else, a bit of creativeness, a bit of belief maybe in himself to pop it over the keeper and get a goal. But anyway, look, we're not talking about what could have happened. We're not talking about any negatives. We're talking about the positives, and that's Newcastle into the next round of the FA Cup. Can they go on and win it? That is the big question. Maybe it is there, yeah. Someone posted on social media, actually, it's 100 years since their first FA Cup win. That'll be what, 1923. So, and there's a picture of Frank Hudspeth walking down the tunnel with the trophy. So maybe it's meant to be. Someone put out on social media. You would love them to win it. You know, their season kind of hinges on FA Cup progress. Some would say, some would argue actually that European football is still very much in their grasp. They're not too far off Manchester United, who are a few places above them. They beat Wolves and things look a lot rosy, starting to get players back like Joe Willock, Harvey Barnes, Isak's back, you know, and things are looking up. They just need to start winning games, and hopefully tonight's performance in the FA Cup, forget about the performance, hopefully the progression into the next round can kickstart Newcastle's season, can just reignite it, can spark something, and their season can really pick up. But for now, let me know in the comments who you'd like in the next round, in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Let me know what you thought about the performance. Myself and Aaron Stokes will be doing a special Monday show on a Wednesday to cover this game in a little bit more depth. But for the meantime, enjoy the rest of the night. Hit a thumbs up on the video, give the channel a subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon.